Good evening, everyone. First Alert meteorologist CJ Cartledge here. We're expecting the total solar eclipse to finally move through the region tomorrow, and conditions are clearing up for that, and which is definitely a good sign. But as we move into the later afternoon hours, we're expecting severe weather to ramp up here in the Arklatex and bring us the possible threats of all modes of severe weather, actually. The damaging winds, large hail, flooding, and the possibility for an isolated tornado as it moves through. Slight risk of severe weather is expected Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday before nicer weather is ahead as we head into the end of the work week. Our next weather maker does look to be arriving on Monday afternoon. This looks to be the first of multiple rounds of systems moving through, bringing heavy rain and all other modes of severe weather here that could possibly impact the eclipse viewing as we move into the early afternoon hours on our Monday. As you can see, the cold front will start to be moving back to the north and west here as we move throughout the rest of the morning hours. By the time we hit the early afternoon, around the time where the total solar eclipse moves through areas north of I-30 and around I-30 as well, the conditions look to be mainly clear for that across the region. I know up near Idabel looks to be mainly clear according to this model, and near Texarkana maybe a few clouds passing by, but as we move into around 4:30, 5 o'clock, we can start to see some more storms and showers arise from the south here, and combined with a system that is also coming from the west, and does look to be pretty bad as we move into the overnight hours on our Monday. Into Tuesday morning, this system does look to be moving down around the I-20 corridor and pausing a little bit before the next system looks to be arriving from the west here, bringing us more heavy rainfall and more gusty winds out there, and it does look to bring the potential for hail, but the tornado risk does look to be low as of right now. More updates as we get closer to this event. Monday morning we can expect possibly more details on the tornado risk here. As we move into Tuesday afternoon, these storms look to be tracking down to the south and east here, getting a little bit of a break from this severe weather as we move into the overnight hours on Tuesday before a very large system arises from the south here, bringing us more severe weather as we move throughout the start of our Wednesday. And as we move into Wednesday afternoon, one more system looks to be arriving, curling a little bit. It does look to be a low pressure system, an organized low pressure system as compared to the other ones that have moved through, and this looks to be possibly moving out of the region by Wednesday evening here. We're under a flood watch from Monday afternoon into Wednesday morning due to the multiple rounds of severe weather we can expect throughout the next few days, and that is because the rainfall potential is upwards of 7 inches of rain for our easternmost zones, and between I-30 and I-20 you can expect 5 to 7 inches of rain, and most areas around there looks to be at the least 3 inches of rain before it's all said and done, which is still a hefty rainfall total considering when all of us are without any drought conditions as of right now. Monday night looks to be a slight risk of severe weather here for the entire Arklatex region, and our eclipse forecast does look to be mostly cloudy near Idabel, but it does look to be clearing out possibly with a few breaks in those clouds for seeing the eclipse physically out there. According to one model, it does look to be mainly clear conditions, but the better conditions do look to be down near Texarkana as they're receiving partly cloudy skies here. The differences between the partly cloudy skies means that there's only parts of the sky that has clouds in it, and the mostly cloudy conditions, of course, is mostly cloudy. But the out the door checklist for tomorrow, we can expect to bring pretty much everything. These sunglasses, we'll be able to see some sunshine throughout the midday hours, and as you can see, the umbrella and raincoat will definitely be needed. T-shirts and shorts, if you do so desire. It will be pretty warm out there. You'll definitely need the extra time to figure out what to do during this severe weather event that could happen later on in the day tomorrow. Highs tomorrow looks to be well into the 80s for most areas, but between I-30 and I-20, and those down to the south and east looks to be in the upper 70s, if not the lower 80s. First alert weather days are in effect for Monday and Tuesday, which is our eclipse day on Monday, and we can expect dry conditions throughout the early morning hours on our Monday for those within the path of totality. Others of us down to the south of I-30 look to be under more cloudier conditions than those up to the those within the path of totality here. Temperatures look to be reaching the 80s for one more day before they dip down to the 70s here by Tuesday. And Wednesday is highlighted in red still due to the threat of severe weather. We could possibly see Wednesday be upgraded to a first alert weather day, but we're continuing to track out these storms that will be passing through on our Wednesday. Thursday looks to be the wrap up of when these storms will be pretty much exiting the region on Thursday morning. We're expecting nice weather throughout the rest of the work week into our next weekend, where temperatures will be rebounding back into those lower 80s. I'll be on at KSA News 12 at 10 p.m. to talk more about these details with the heavy rainfall totals, the possible severe weather, and our updated eclipse forecast coming up in just a few minutes.